It starts as a shiver in the cage of the chest, gathering storm that refuses to rest. It's not made of vapor, it's not made of breath. It's a tiny rehearsal for a beautiful death. It's the weight of the almost, the not quite enough. The smooth silk of dreaming turned jagged and rough. It builds like a tide in a bone-dry canal, the physical ghost of a broken morale. And that's the anatomy, the math of a sigh, the shortest distance between hello and goodbye. It's a bridge made of oxygen, starting to fray. The sound of the spirit just drifting away. It's a vertical leak from a heart under strain, a momentary vow for a permanent pain. Yeah. The anatomy of a sigh. It climbs up the ladder of a cold, narrow throat, the final distress from a white flag boat. It bypasses language, it bypasses thought, the echo of lessons we never were taught. It breaks on the lips like a wave on the sand, a message that nobody can quite understand. It's a little bit of winter in the middle of June, a sudden sharp twist in a familiar tune. Dissect the exhale, put the ghost in a jar, and you'll see the distance of exactly how far we've traveled from maybe to never again, through the desert of now and the forest of then. It's a masterpiece of weary, a miracle of tired, the smoke from a furnace that's no longer fired. And that's the anatomy, the math of a sigh, the shortest distance between hello and goodbye. It's a bridge made of oxygen, starting to fray. The sound of the spirit just drifting just air, just ghost. The thing I miss the most, the audio fades into the sound of a distant wind chime. It starts as a shiver in the cage of the chest, a gathering storm that refuses to rest. It's not made of vapor, it's not made of breath. It's a tiny rehearsal for a beautiful death. It's the weight of the almost, the not quite enough, the smooth silk of dreaming turned jagged and rough. It like a tide in a bone-dry canal, the physical ghost of a broken morale. Between a low and goodbye, it's a bridge made of oxygen, starting to fray. The sound of the spirit just drifting away. It's a vertical leap from a heart under strain, a momentary vow for permanent pain. Yeah. The anatomy of a sigh. It climbs up the ladder of a cold, narrow throat, the final distress from a white flag boat. It bypasses language, it bypasses thought, the echo of lessons we never were taught. It breaks on the lips like a wave on the sand, a message that nobody can quite understand. It's a little bit of winter in the middle of June, a sudden sharp twist in a familiar tune. Oh, dissect the exhale, put the ghost in a jar, and you'll see the distance of exactly how far. We've traveled from maybe to never again, through the desert of now and the forest of then. It's a masterpiece of weary, a miracle of time, the smoke from a furnace that's no longer fire. That's the anatomy, the math of a sigh, the shortest distance between hello and goodbye. It's a bridge made of oxygen, starting to fray. The sound of the spirit just drifting away. It's a vertical leap from a heart under strain, a momentary vow for a permanent pain. Yeah, the anatomy of a sigh. The sound of a long, shaky exhale. Ooh, but empty somehow. A soft final flutter of breath. Just air, just ghost. The thing I miss the most. The audio fades into the sound of a distant wind chime. The calendar is lying, saying August is in bloom, but there's a sub-zero silence sitting in this room. I'm wrapped in heavy layers, but I can't find the heat. I'm leaving frostbitten prints across the hardwood and the street. It started in the marrow, just a tiny crystal spark, before it spread like ink across the edges of the dark. Now my pulse is moving heavy like a river turned to slush, and the world is getting muffled in a white and frozen hush. And I've got winter in my veins, a permafrost of heart, watching every summer dream just pull itself apart. It's a jagged kind of logic, it's a brittle kind of no, living underneath a mile of heavy silver snow. The mercury is falling, but I don't feel the sting. I'm a kingdom built of ice that isn't waiting for the spring. Yeah, winter in my veins, that's a ring in my veins, telling folks they know. Na 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 na. You reach across the table and you're startled by the cold of a story that's been finished before it could be told. My breath is like a curtain, thick and ghostly in the air, a barrier of vapor that we both pretended wasn't there. The empathy is frozen, it's a statue in the yard. It's difficult to soften when the world is pressing hard. I'm a landscape made of settle, I'm a mountain made of stay, while the warmth is just a memory from a different yesterday. Is it better to be solid? Is it safer to be still than to let the seasonal fever break the iron of the will? There's a purity in freezing, there's a comfort in the bite of a long and lonely solstice in the middle of the light. The gears are locking up now and the oil's getting thick, and I'm finally immune to every sentimental trick. And I've got winter in my veins, a permafrost of heart, watching every summer dream just pull itself apart. It's a jagged kind of logic, it's a brittle kind of no, living underneath a mile of heavy silver snow. The mercury is falling, but I don't feel the sting. I'm a kingdom built of ice that ain't waiting for the spring. Yeah, winter in my veins, winter in my veins, a permafrost of heart. And I love my heart. Don't touch the sound of a heavy frozen latch clicking shut. It'll shatter the warmth. Doesn't matter. A soft shivery exhale, it sounds like falling sleep. Just ice, just a wave to the sound of a sharp whistling wind over an empty plain. The calendar is lying, saying August is in bloom, but there's a sub-zero silence sitting in this room. I'm wrapped in heavy layers, but I can't find the heat. I'm leaving frostbitten prints across the hardwood and the street. It started in the marrow, just a crystal spark before it spread like dark. Now my pulse is moving heavy, like a river turned to sponge, and the world is getting muffled in a white and frozen hush. And I got winter in my veins, a permafrost of heart, watching every summer dream just pull itself apart. It's a jagged kind of logic, it's a brittle kind of no, living underneath a mile of heavy silver snow. The mercury is falling, but I don't feel a sting. I'm a kingdom built of ice that isn't waiting for the spring. Yeah, winter in my veins. You reach across the table and you're startled by the cold of a story that's been finished before it could be told. My breath is like a curtain, thick and ghostly in the air, a barrier of vapor that we both pretended wasn't there. The empathy is frozen, it's a statue in the yard. It's difficult to soften when the world is pressing hard. I'm a landscape made of settle, I'm a mountain made of stay, while the warmth is just a memory from a different yesterday. Is it better to be solid? Is it safer to be still than to let the seasonal fever break the iron of the will? There's a purity in freezing, there's a comfort in the bite of a long and lonely solstice in the middle of the light. The gears are locking up now, and the oil's getting thick, and I'm finally immune to every sentimental trick. And I've got winter in my veins, a permafrost of heart, watching every summer dream just pull itself apart. It's a jagged kind of logic, it's a brittle kind of no, living underneath a mile of heavy silver snow. The mercury is falling, but I don't feel a sting. I'm a kingdom built of ice that isn't waiting for the spring. Yeah, winter in my veins. Sound of a window pane cracking from the cold. Don't touch. The sheet frozen latch clicking shut. It'll shatter. The warmth doesn't matter. Soft shivering exhale that sounds like falling sleep. Just ice, just white. Good night. The audio fades into the sound of a sharp whistling wind over an empty plate. I'm sweeping up the pieces of a promise that we made, watching how the colors in the jagged edges fade. It used to be a mirror where the future looked so clear, before the heavy pressure brought the structural failure near. Now there's a zigzag line across the center of my face. Slivers in the corner, reflecting on the wall, holding a distorted view of how we had it all. Another's by the doorway, shining like a blade, a monument to every single blunder that we made. We used to let the light in, we used to see right through, before the impact left a web of me away from you. Now I have to walk on tiptoe through the wreckage of the room, while the diamond dust is glowing in the twilight and the gloom. They say a broken vessel holds a different kind of grace, that the light can find a pathway through a dislocated place. But they've never tried to navigate a labyrinth of dust, or try to find the logic in a shattered piece of trust. The impact was a second, but the echo's gonna stay, a sharp and shining minefield, till it's all been swept away. And in its fractured glass, a web of silver lights, a million little breaks inside the architect's designs. You can't glue the view together once the crystal skin is blown. You just end up cutting fingers on the things you used to own. It's a kaleidoscope of almost, it's a mosaic of the past, a sharp and brittle reminder that the window couldn't last. Yeah, fractured glass. The sound of sharp grip sliding into a metal dust, careful, it still catches the sun. Even now it's undone. Watch your step. The dust is everywhere. The audio fades into a high, crystalline ringing sound that slowly dissolves into silence. I'm sweeping up the pieces of a promise that we made, watching how the colors in the jagged edges fade. It used to be a mirror where the future looked so clear, before the heavy pressure brought the structural failure near. Now there's a zigzag line across the center of my face, splitting up the memories and scattering space. I try to fit the shards together on the kitchen floor, but the puzzle doesn't look like what it used to look before. And it's fractured glass, a web of silver lines, a million little breaks inside the architect's designs. You can't glue the view together once the crystal skin is blown. You just end up cutting fingers on the things you used to own. It's a kaleidoscope of almost, it's a mosaic of the past, mirrors in the corner reflecting on the wall, holding a distorted view of how we had it all. Another's by the doorway, shining like a blade, a monument to every single blunder that we made. We used to let the light in, we used to see right through, before the impact left a web of me away from you. Now I have to walk on tiptoe through the wreckage of the room, while the diamond dust is glowing in the twilight and the gloom. They say a broken vessel holds a different kind of grace, that the light can find a pathway through a dislocated place. But they've never tried to navigate a labyrinth of dust, or try to find the logic in a shattered piece of trust. The impact was a second, but the echo's gonna stay, a sharp and shining minefield, till it's all been swept away. And it's fractured glass, a web of silver lines, a million little breaks inside the architect's designs. You can't glue the view together once the crystal skin is blown. You just end up cutting fingers on the things you used to own. It's a kaleidoscope of almost, it's a mosaic of the past, a sharp and brittle reminder that the window couldn't last. Yeah, fractured glass.
The sound of sharp grit sliding to the metal dustpan. Careful, it still catches the sun. Even now it's undone. Watch your step. The dust is everywhere. The audio fades into a high, crystalline ringing sound that slowly dissolves into silence.
The thermometer is bottomed out, a frozen silver line, like the cold and quiet boundaries of your heart and mine. There is no use in shivering, no use in breathing hard, when the frost has grown a garden over everything we scar. The oil is thick as honey, and the engine will not turn. We are sitting on a wood pile that we cannot seem to burn. It's a specialized stagnation, it's a calm acoustic phase, where the landscape turns to iron in the monochromatic haze. And we're living way below zero, dropping off the map, caught inside the icy jaws of a self-inflicted trap. The wind is blowing horizontal, under pressure in the wall. A subterranean warning of the final brittle fall. We've insulated everything with blankets and with lies, but I can see the glaciers moving slowly in your eyes. We talk about the weather just to keep from talking true, as the ambient temperature erases me and you. No screaming, no slamming doors, no desperate crying please, just the quiet, steady logic of a world about to freeze. They say that heat is life, that friction keeps the spark alive. But in this kind of tundra, only ghosts can quite survive. We are statues in a gallery of things we couldn't keep, preserved inside a winter that is deep and fast asleep. Oh, the mercury is buried and the numbers disappear, and we finally reach the quiet place that we so deeply feared. And we're living way below zero, dropping off the map, caught inside the icy jaws of a self-inflicted trap. The wind is blowing horizontal, cutting through the screen, freezing up the messy parts of what we used to meet. It's a comfortable numbness, it's a beautiful despair to look at you and realize that the feeling isn't there. Yeah, below zero. The sharp, distinct sound of a frozen twig snapping, crack. No heat left, just the stillness, just the ice. Don't look back, it won't suffice. The thermometer's bottomed out, a frozen silver line, like the cold and quiet boundaries of your heart and mind. There is no use in shivering, no use in breathing hard, when the frost has grown a garden over everything we scarred. The oil is thick as honey and the engine will not turn. We are sitting on a woodpile that we cannot seem to burn. It's a specialized stagnation, it's a calm acoustic phase where the landscape turns to iron in the monochromatic haze. And we're living way below zero. just me and you. No screaming and no slamming doors, no desperate crying please. Just the quiet, steady logic of a world about to freeze. They say that heat is life, that friction keeps the spark alive. But in this kind of tundra, only ghosts can quite survive. We are statues in a gallery of things we couldn't keep, preserved inside a winter that is deep and fast asleep. The mercury is buried and the numbers disappeared, and we finally reached the quiet place that we so deeply feared. And we're living way below zero, dropping off the map, caught inside the icy jaws of a self-inflicted trap. The wind is blowing horizontal, cutting through the screen, freezing up the messy parts of what we used to mean. It's a comfortable numbness, it's a beautiful despair to look at you and realize that the feeling isn't there below zero. The sharp, distinct sound of a frozen twig snapping. No heat left, just the stillness, just the ice. Don't look back, it won't suffice. It won't suffice. There's a textbook on the table, but the pages are all blank, like the empty, hollow promises we carried to the bank. I am studying the physics of a structure in decline, where the vertical alignment doesn't match your life or mine. It's a slow and graceful tipping, it's a leaning of the tower, a meticulous undoing that accelerates by the hour. No one needs a sledgehammer, no one needs a spark to watch a perfect blueprint turn to dust inside the dark. And it's the art, torn apart, a beautiful mistake, the deliberate choreography of everything we break. It's not a sudden crash, it's not a violent, messy end, just the calculated posture of a spine that's learned to bend. We are masters of the fracture, tiny stress lines where the paint begins to peel. The cosmetic insulation hiding everything we feel. We are posing for the camera while the ceiling starts to drop, knowing exactly where the rhythm of the melody will stop. There's a balance to the ruin, there's a symmetry to loss, a careful counting of the coins before we make the toss. We aren't running for the exits, we aren't crying for relief. We are curating the gallery of our domestic grief. Anyone can smash a window, anyone can tear a sheet and leave the dirty remnants lying scattered in the street. But it takes a certain talent, it takes a refined touch to dismantle an entire life and never say too much, to loosen every anchor and to unscrew every hinge without a single scream or an apologetic cringe. And it's the art of falling apart, a beautiful mistake, the deliberate choreography of everything we break. It's not a sudden crash, it's not a violent, messy end, just the calculated posture of a spine that's learned to bend. We are masters of the fracture, we are experts in the fault, turning all our golden moments into statues made of salt. Yeah, the art of falling apart. The sound of a single glass ornament slipping and hitting a plush rug with double. The sound of a heavy canvas being hooped from a wall. Let it slide. The soft, admiring sigh. Perfect line, perfect break. Nothing left for us to make. The sound of a door gently unlatching and drifting open on a quiet hinge, fading in a total silence. There's a textbook on the table, but the pages are all blank, like the empty, hollow promises we carry to the bank. I am studying the physics of a structure in decline, where the vertical alignment doesn't match your life or mine. It's a slow and graceful tip, and it's a leaning of the tower, a meticulous undoing that accelerates by the hour. No one needs a sledgehammer, no one needs a spark to watch a perfect blueprint turn to dust inside the dark. And it's the art of falling apart, a beautiful mistake, the deliberate choreography of everything we break. It's not a sudden crash, it's not a violent, messy act, just the calculated posture of a spine that's learned to bend. We are press lines where the paint begins to peel. The cosmetic insulation hiding everything we feel. We are posing for the camera while the ceiling starts to drop, knowing exactly where the rhythm of the melody will stop. There's a balance to the ruin, there's a symmetry to loss, a careful counting of the coins before we make the toss. We aren't running for the exits, we aren't crying for relief. We are curating the gallery of our domestic grief. Anyone can smash a window, anyone can tear a sheet and leave the dirty remnants lying scattered in the street. But it takes a certain talent, it takes a refined touch to dismantle an entire life and never say too much, to loosen every anchor and to unscrew every hinge without a single scream or an apologetic cringe. And it's the art of falling apart, a beautiful mistake, the deliberate choreography of everything we break. It's not a sudden crash, it's not a violent, messy end, just the calculated posture of a spine that's learned to bend. We are masters of the fracture, we are experts in the fault, turning all our golden moments into statues made of salt. Yeah, the art of falling apart. The sound of a single glass ornament slipping and hitting a plush rug with a dull thump. The sound of a heavy canvas being unhooked from a wall. Let it slide, soft admiring side. Perfect length, perfect break, nothing left for us to make. The sound of a door gently unlatching and drifting open on a quiet hinge, fading into total silence. The kettle is whistling a silver steaming scream, breaking through the edges of a standard issue dream. I'm ironed and I'm buttoned and I'm ready for the day, folding all my wilder thoughts and putting them away. We exchange the pleasantries across the kitchen sink, careful not to spill the things we actually might think. It's a perfectly manicured suburban kind of lawn, hiding all the battlefields that happened before dawn. And it's a quiet desperation, a muffled kind of world, the heavy locked up secrets of a long forgotten child. We don't make a scene, no, we never scream aloud, we just lose our definition in the middle of the crowd. It's the ticking of the grandfather, the ticking of the wall, saying nothing ever changes, nothing changes, hear it all, yeah. Quiet desperation. I am sitting in the traffic in a shiny plastic box, listening to the radio and checking on the stocks. Everyone is looking straight, nobody makes a sign. We're just parallel anomalies along the dotted line. We've traded in the passion for predictable routine, the cleanest, safest tragedy the world has ever seen. in the passenger seat, staring at the taillights of the gray and endless street. Is there anybody out there who is suffocating too, beneath the heavy fabric of the things we're meant to do? Or did we sign the contract when we weren't looking close, to become the very shadows that we used to fear the most? We are masters of the manageable, students of the same building, concrete shelters from a non-existent rain. Secrets of a long forgotten child. We don't make a scene, no, we never scream aloud. We just lose our definition in the middle of the crowd. It's the ticking of the grandfather, the ticking of the war, saying nothing ever changes, nothing changes here at all. Yeah, quiet desperation. Of the world, fading into a dull electric curtain. The kettle is a whistle and a silver steaming scream, breaking through the edges of a standard issue dream. I'm ironed and I'm buttoned and I'm ready for the day, folding all my wilder thoughts and putting them away. We exchange the pleasantries across the kitchen sink, careful not to spill the things we actually might think. It's a perfectly manicured suburban kind of lawn, hiding all the battlefields that happened before dawn. And it's a quiet desperation, a muffled kind of wild, the heavy locked up secrets of a long forgotten child. We don't make a scene, no, we never scream aloud. We just lose our definition in the middle of the crowd. It's the ticking of the grandfather, the ticking of the wall, saying nothing ever changes, nothing changes here at all. Yeah, quiet desperation. I am sitting in the traffic in a shiny plastic box, listening to the radio and checking on the stars. Everyone is looking straight, nobody makes a sign. We're just parallel anomalies along the dotted line. We've traded in the passion for predictable routine, the cleanest, safest tragedy the world has ever seen. And the hunger is a ghost that's sitting in the passenger seat, staring at the taillights of the gray and endless street. Sign the contract so fine, so low. Keep the peace, hold the line. I'm wrapping up the porcelain and packing up the glass, moving through the shadows where the heavy memories pass. We treated love like iron, like a stone inside the hand, like a monument of granite built to dominate the land. But the truth is in the texture, it's a delicate design, a spider web of feeling running right through yours and mine. It only takes a whisper, just a sudden careless breath, to scare a little masterpiece right to its sudden death. And oh, we are surrounded by these fragile, precious things, the butterfly anatomy of everything that sings. It's a bubble in the courtyard, it's a feather in the game, the quiet paper thinness where the strongest logic fails. Handle it with caution, hold it close against the skin. Once the crystal surface shatters, you can't let the beauty in. Yeah, fragile things. You spoke a word at midnight that was sharper than a knife, and I watched the hairline fracture, split the center of our life. It didn't make a sound, no, it didn't leave a scar, but it altered the trajectory of every single star. We are walking on an eggshell, we are sleeping on a thread, trying to avoid the gravity of everything unsaid. The world is made of china, and the world is made of lace, and we're clumsy little giants tearing up the sacred space. Is it better to be calloused? Is it safer to be still? To build a metal fortress over everything we feel. But a heart that cannot splinter is a heart that cannot grow, locked inside a safety that the spirit should know. We have to risk the breaking just to appreciate the gleam of the thin and trembling fabric of a temporary are surrounded by these fragile, precious things. The butterfly anatomy of everything that sings. It's a bubble in the courtyard, it's a feather in the gale. The quiet paper thinness where the strongest logic fails. Handle it with caution, hold it close against the skin. Once the crystal surface shatters, you can't let the beauty in. Fragile things, sound of tissue paper rustling softly around an object there. Don't squeeze. It's beautiful because it breaks the cost of every small mistake. If you can, the audio fades into a faint high-frequency ring, like a finger tracing the rim of a fine crystal wine glass. I'm wrapping up the porcelain and packing up the glass, moving through the shadows where the heavy memories pass. We treated love like iron, like a stone inside the hand, like a monument of granite built to dominate the land. But the truth is in the texture, it's a delicate design, a spider web of feeling running right through yours and mine. It only takes a whisper, just a sudden careless breath, to scare a little masterpiece right to its sudden death. And oh, we are surrounded by these fragile, precious things. The butterfly anatomy of everything that sings. It's a bubble in the courtyard, it's a feather in the gale. The quiet paper thinness where the strongest logic fails. Handle it with caution, hold it close against the skin. Once the crystal surface shatters, you can't let the beauty in. Yeah, fragile things. You spoke a word at midnight that was sharper than a knife, and I watched the hairline fracture split the center of our life. It didn't make a sound, no, it didn't leave a scar, but it altered the trajectory of every single star. We are walking on an eggshell, we are sleeping on a thread, trying to avoid the gravity of everything unknown. You pull the silk bandana from an empty velvet hat, and we're supposed to marvel at a magic trick like that. I watch your fingers closely, watch the tilting of your wrist, as you turn a heavy argument into a silver mist. It's a theater turn of shadows, it's a carnival of slime, keeping all the ugly truths all hidden from the light. We've got the spotlights glaring and the fog machine on high to cover up the empty space between the you and I. And it's all smoke and mirrors, an illusion of the heart, a highly polished spectacle to keep us both apart. There is no grand reveal here, there is no master plan, just a clever bit of staging by a desperate, lonely man. We are looking at the surface, we are cheering for the light, blinded by the glitter as the better days go by. Yeah, smoke and mirrors. The trapdoor in the center's where the feelings disappear, leaving just the echo of a superficial cheer. You paint a pretty picture on a cardboard piece of wall, and we both pretend it's solid so we never have to fall. But the laminate is peeling and the wires are on display. The apparatus of the us is rusting in decay. I can see the hidden pockets where you keep the extra cards, while we're dancing in a minefield made of sharp and shining shards. When the curtain finally drops and the audience is gone, and the house lights strip the glamour at the breaking of the dawn, will there be a person standing where the phantom used to be? Or is the magician just a ghost that I was trained to see? We've misdirected everything until the truth is dead, living in the circus that you planted in my head. And it's all smoke and mirrors, an illusion of the heart, a highly polished the one. Nothing up the sleeve, nothing left to believe. The sound of heavy, hollow footsteps walking across an empty stage, fading into a dry, echoey silence. You pull the silk bandana from an empty velvet hat, and we're supposed to marvel at a magic trick like that. I'll watch your fingers closely, watch the tilting of your wrist as you turn a heavy argument into silver mist. It's a theater of shadows, it's a carnival of slide, keeping all the ugly truths well hidden from the light. We've got the spotlights glaring and the fog machine on high to cover up the empty space between you and I. And it's all smoke and mirrors, an illusion of the heart, a highly polished spectacle to keep us both apart. There is no grand reveal here, there is no master plan, just a clever bit of staging by a desperate, lonely man. We are looking at the surface, we are cheering for the light, blinded by the glitter as the better days go by. Yeah, smoke and mirrors. The trapdoor in the center is where the feelings disappear, leaving just the echo of a superficial cheer. You paint a pretty picture on a cardboard piece of wall, and we both pretend it's solid so we never have to fall. But the laminate is peeling and the wires are on display. The apparatus of the us is rusting in decay. I can see the hidden pockets where you keep the extra cards while we're dancing in a minefield made of sharp and shining shards. When the curtain finally drops and the audience is gone, and the house lights strip the glamour at the breaking of the dawn, will there be a person standing where the phantom used to be? Or is the magician just a ghost that I was trained to see? We've misdirected everything until the truth is dead, living in the circus that you planted in my head. broken mirrors. The sound of a match striking, followed by a soft hiss. Puff, the theatrical sound of a velvet curtain rushing down. The show is done. A cynical, quiet chuckle. Who won? Nothing up the sleeve. Nothing left to believe. The sound of heavy, hollow footsteps walking across an empty stage, fading into a dry, echoey silence. It isn't found in neon, and it isn't in the black. It's the faded, dusty denim on a highway heading back. It's the color of a concrete pier when all the boats are gone. The bruised and heavy lavender that compromises dawn. It's a chemical emotion. It's a saturation leak, draining all the crimson from the surface of the cheek. It's the shade of weathered canvas on an abandoned carousel. The copper green patina on a broken chapel bell. Where the yellow meets the blue. It's not a flash of lightning. It's not a stormy sky. Just the pale and washed out paper where the ink is running dry. It's the neutral state of leaving, the baseline of the gray, the shade that coats the landscape when the options wash away. Yeah, the color of sadness. It's the amber of a street lamp through a foggy window pane. The muddy oil slick rainbow on a puddle in the rain. It's the cream across a letter that was written years ago. The static on a television screen that nobody is watching glow. We try to paint it over with a bright and glossy coat, but the underlay rises like a lump inside the throat. It's a permanent discoloration. It's an institutional dye that fixes to the canvas of a heavy-lidded eye. that passion burns in red. But those are temporary states inside a crowded head. The underlying pigment is a cold and slate-like tone, the shadow that a mountain casts when sitting all alone. We are mixing up the palette till the spectrum goes to rust, and every vibrant memory is settling in dust. And that's the color of sadness, a low and steady hue, the dark metallic pigment where the yellow meets the blue. It's not a flash of lightning, it's not a stormy sky, just the pale and washed out paper where the ink is running dry. It's the neutral state of leaving, the baseline of the gray, the shade that coats the landscape when the options wash away. Yeah, the color of sadness. The paintbrush being swished in a jar of murky water. Flip flop, the water's dark now. To a paint being squeezed to its flattening. No more primary tones, just the slate, just the weight. Let it dry. Don't ask why. The water's dark now. Don't ask why. Sound of a paintbrush being swished in a dry, murky water. The water's dark now. Still it's bad. It isn't found in neon, and it isn't in the black. It's the faded, dusty denim on a highway heading back. It's the color of a concrete pier when all the boats are gone. The bruising heavy lavender that compromises dawn. It's a chemical emotion, it's a saturation leak, draining all the crimson from the surface of the cheek. It's the shade of weathered canvas on an abandoned carousel, the copper green patina on a broken chapel bell. And that's the color of sadness, a low and steady hue, the dark metallic pigment where the yellow meets the blue. It's not a flash of lightning, that joy is golden, and that passion burns in red. But those are temporary states inside a crowded head. The underlying pigment is a cold and slate-like tone. The shadow that a mountain casts when sitting all alone. We are mixing up the palette till the spectrum goes to rust, and every vibrant memory's settling into dust. And that's the color of sadness, a low and steady hue. The dark metallic pigment where the yellow meets the blue. It's not a flash of lightning, it's not a stormy sky, just a pale and washed out paper where the ink is running dry. It's the neutral state of leaving the baseline of the gray, the shade that coats the landscape when the options wash away. Yeah, the color of sadness. Oh, it's dark now. The sound of the tube of paint being squeezed to expand. No more primary tone. Just the way. Let it play. Let it dry. Don't ask why. Being hum like the sound of an empty gallery after closing time. The celebration's over, and the guests have gone to bed, leaving just the skeletons of everything we said. The roaring fire that we built to keep the dark at bay has shriveled down to powder in the early morning gray. I am poking at the remnants with the rusted iron rod, looking for a sign of life, a signal or a nod. But the fuel is completely spent, the logs are turned to chalk, a physical reminder of the way we used to talk. And it's just ash and ember, a burden to defeat. The quiet grace surrender of a permanent defeat. There's a tiny red anomaly that refuses to expire. The stubborn memory of a suffocated fire. You can blow upon the charcoal, you can wish it back to life, but you'll only get the smoke that cuts the throat just like a knife. Yeah, ash and ember. The room is growing chilly now. The blankets aren't enough to cover up the texture of a love that's turned to dust. I remember when the canopy was orange, gold, and bright, a wild and reckless canopy against the winter night. ash and ember. Scratch just the set where the fire stood. A faint microscopic pop of a final spark going out. No more light, black and white. Good night. The celebration's over and the guests have gone to bed, leaving just the skeletons of everything we said. The roaring fire that we built to keep the dark at bay has shriveled down to powder in the early morning gray. I am poking at the remnants with a rusted iron rod, looking for a sign of life, a signal or a nod. But the fuel is completely spent, the logs are turned to chalk, a physical reminder of the way we used to talk. And it's just ash and ember, the residue of heat, the quiet gray surrender of a permanent defeat. There's a tiny red anomaly that refuses to expire, the stubborn little memory of a suffocated fire. You can blow upon the charcoal, you can wish it back to life, but you'll only get the smoke that cuts the throat just like a knife. Yeah, ash and ember. The room is growing chilly now, the blankets aren't enough to cover up the texture of a love that's turned to dust. I remember when the canopy was orange, gold, and bright, a wild and reckless canopy against the winter light. Now I'm sweeping up the hardest storm, clearing out the grate, wondering if the cooling down was accidental fate. We burned through all our oxygen, we used up all the wood, and left a pile of cinders where a palace used to stand. Is it better to be freezing than to suffer through the smoke of a dying inflammation that has turned into a joke? There's a sadness in the powder, but a safety in the gray, knowing that the worst of it is finally burned away. The heat was just a fever, the passion was a crime, and now we're left with elements that stand the test of time. And it's just ash and ember, the residue of heat, the quiet gray surrender of a permanent defeat. There's a tiny red anomaly that refuses to expire, the stubborn little memory of a suffocated fire. You can blow upon the charcoal, you can wish it back to life, but you'll only get the smoke that cuts the throat just like a knife. Yeah. Whoa. Ash and ember. Scooch. Squish. Squish. Cold now. Just the suit where the fire struck. No more light, black and white. Good night. Yeah.